they're going to notice a trend over the next couple of episodes, and I apologize for it. You see, due to the fact that I recently acquired another vehicle, which is probably going to pop up in the background, but I'm not going to explain anything about it, and the fact that this thing requires work, we're going to be working on some more modern stuff for the next couple of days. Next couple of episodes, rather. It'll be more in a couple of days. Because due to the nature of my job, I've put a lot of miles on it, but on top of that, I mean, they did us a favor, you know, putting an oval around the problem because they couldn't circle it because they can't even do that right. So, I've got to fix it so that I can get to and from work. By no stretch was this a bad car when I got it. But the unfortunate part is my job, which I'm not going to tell you what I do just yet, requires a lot of driving. And the only reason why I can even post to this with this car is because after next week, this car's not going to be getting used for work anymore. This is just going to be traffic. And you know what? I'm pretty happy about that. But for right now, we've got... I don't know, I never went to Boy Scouts. I managed to not get molested by anybody except for my buddy's grandma. Thanks, Cheryl. Jesus Christ. Y'all ever listen to Garth Brooks' song That Summer? It's a little more rapey when you really think about it. Anyway, we got to replace the brake pads. So, let's get to doing that, I guess. If you have one nut bigger, you're supposed to call a medical professional. It doesn't. It looks like the tire was sitting like this. So, as you could tell by the half egg-shaped wear pattern on this thing, something's fucked up in the alignment. On top of the brakes being jacked up. Oh. So, we didn't get video of me pulling the tire off because we had to go and get a rubber mallet to beat it off. Until, I could have worded that better, until it finally decided to succumb to the fucking beating and fall off. Well, this is out of there now. Now we gotta figure out what size shit that we need. Okay. I'm about to lose my fucking cool. Ugh. Lost it. Keep hold the ratchet in place. So, coming home from West Virginia, I heard a really loud thumping start in the left front. And in process, I thought, damn, I bet I sheared my brake pads off. There's so little asbestos on that you could probably eat off of it and not die of sarcoma. Wild. And the next one, it's not any better. Mild sarcoma. Alright, now I gotta figure out how this goes together because this was already apart when I started to remove it. So we'll get back to you after we figure that out. What the fuck? Boy, is it fighting me. Like a lot. This thing's fighting me enough I'm beginning to think I got the wrong parts. Oh, because I said that, you decide to work? Cut. So we had to go get a new tool. We're just borrowing it for right now. Where the fuck's the C-clamp? So as you can see, it's way, way, way later than it should be. Should have never taken this long, but unfortunately, these calipers are just a little bit different. And by different, I'd hate to see their idea of a peaceful protest. Fucking chumps. Anyway, so I'm gonna tighten this in, and then we're gonna try to put the springs on, because those would not go. No matter what I did, they would not cooperate. Missing here. Oh god. I just realized the reference that I made earlier to the song Last Summer by Garth Brooks. I wonder if I'm gonna get in trouble for that. Not that I care. What's it gonna take? This? Go ahead. Yo, Chris Gaines. Since that's the name you went by when you decided to make shitty music. Can you explain where there's been so many missing persons reports in the areas immediately surrounding the venues where you were performing? Within the days that you were performing? Yeah, neither can the FBI. It's super weird though. Anyway, let's try to figure out why these bolts won't fucking seat. What in the fuck is going on? They just won't seat. I bolted them in twice. Well, that did not go how it was supposed to. As the image is showing you now, the car fell off the fucking jack. We had the jack leveled out. It was fine. I noticed it move while we were getting some other stuff in order, and I grabbed a hold of the jack handle because I noticed it start to swing out. And when it started to swing out, I grabbed it, placed my foot on it, and kind of like anchored it back this way a minute, and was like, maybe it's just loose. Because it's, like, as you can see here, there's a little bit of wiggle room because the ground's uneven. And the second that Saru cleared from what he was doing, I let go of it and stepped back, and the car fell right the fuck off the jack. Had I not have grabbed that, it would have laid his fucking head open. There's not a lot there. There's not a lot of momentum to carry the jack over, which is weird, because it would seem like it would take a lot of fucking force to turn it. And the fact that me grabbing it and holding it in place was enough to keep it there while I tried to figure out what the fuck was going on, and for me to let go of it, step away, and then it to collapse is pretty fucking crazy. Kind of glad we didn't videotape it. It's definitely not one of my proudest moments. Although, good or bad, it should be on video, but in this case, it definitely could have been really bad. So now that it's fucking dark out and we've managed to rescue the car from being resting, as you'll see in the picture, on top of an old Dodge rim, we gotta do the other side, because you never do just one side of brakes. Although I suppose we could take it around the neighborhood with one side done and see where we're at, and if we agree that it's good enough for me to get to work tomorrow, we can make it last until tomorrow. But if it works how it typically does, it's going to grab real hard on one side, and it's going to grab not at all on the other, and you're going to end up with two pads doing the work of four, and it just doesn't work well. I mean, obviously I had two pads doing the work of four. What the fuck did that look like? Doesn't matter. Used up. Used the fuck up. Matter of fact, it was so used up, when I saw it, gosh, spit an image of your mother. Used up. But, well, we're going to test a couple of things, and we might move to an alternate location to finish this job, because, as you can tell, light is failing. And I don't know if I look a little bit stressed, but I'm a little stressed, because that was real fucking close. If Megan had been here, there is no doubt in my mind that somebody would have gotten hurt. That's not a slight on her. I hope she doesn't take it that way. But if all three of us had been doing our collective jobs, instead of Saru helping me, and Megan learning over my shoulder while Saru films, if we'd have been doing that, I guarantee you my legs would have been crushed. So, damn. Sometimes it doesn't go according to plan, but it always goes how it's supposed to. Let's work on this shit. So, with that other side being the disaster that it was, I came over here believing this side would be an absolute bear. Getting the tire off was, and if I can't really get you guys a good look, but if you look right here, you'll see that the wear pattern on this tire is all jacked up. So I need new tires like post haste. So quit falling on me. I don't even like you like that. So got the bolt out, and like a lot of calipers, there's an easy way and a hard way to do it, and clearly the first time I did it the hard way, because these hinge open like just about every other caliper that I've worked on, which is good because that makes it really easy for me to reach in here and get a hold of the pads, get those out, and then grab the new pads, get the new pads in, and get this guy seated with our new tool, and we're going to be good to go, because I don't have any of the other shit that needs to be replaced on this car. I don't have any of it right now, so we're gonna make do with this. But what I also have to look for underneath of here is that this tire, which is over there now, has a weird. It's got a pattern in it. Sit down because my leg's going to sleep. If you ever get your back injured, please take care of it, because you can end up with long-term spinal problems. So the wheel looks like it might have been rubbing on the spring perch. There's no way for me to fix that. And it looks like, judging from the wear, the tire was at significant negative camber. Not significant enough that it's like mirror here, tread here. It's mirrored, or well, corded, mirrored, at depth, at maximum wear, at mid-wear. So it goes up like this. So the tire would have been like that. Looking at it head on, I never noticed that. So I'm wondering if maybe the tires aren't canted this way and this way. Who knows how old the suspension components are. I don't know that my dad ever replaced anything in it. I'll have to ask, or I'll forget, and he'll tell me, hey, I watched the video on the Taurus, and I replaced this, and this, or I didn't replace fucking anything. One of two realities is possible. So now, let's get the caliper push device. We'll get the caliper set up. We'll throw the new brakes in, and we're just going to button it up, because Walmart was supposed to have my tires today. I got a message an hour ago that my tires were at the store, and then promptly got one that my tires were no longer at the store, and my order was delayed. Don't know what that's about. There's nobody there to ask. So, guess that's a problem for me for tomorrow. Ugh. Alright. Let's try to get this thing back together. So, under the blazing midnight sun again, much like one of those fellas being chased by Sheriff John Bonnell, those of you that know, that show is fucking terrific. Anyway, as you can see, this won't close. So, you know, like Mr. Rogers told us, look for the helpers, children. Look for the helpers in any situation. Bring me the C-clamp. Thank you. Maybe if we're lucky. That was an interesting sound. And just in time for the job to be finished, Megan's here. She's just...
I'm not there.
She's just on the phone. But, yeah, so, this was a mess. This video is gonna be a mess. I apologize. Boy, the organ donors are rowdy today. Anyway, tune in next week for me to talk about recovering a stolen truck, my grandfather's stolen truck, from some crazy bitch who has a head on her like a snapping turtle. It's gonna be a great time, and not for fucking her. So, yeah, fucking her. Oh god, I need to go lay down. I'm gonna just... at least it's a nice night. Hopefully it won't rain. I don't think I'm gonna get up. See you next week.